A girl walks out of her home. Nothing unusual, no rush, no fear, no reason for anyone to remember that moment. But days later, when police reviewed the footage, they noticed something. Something that didn't belong, and by then, she was already gone. It was a quiet evening, the kind of night that feels predictable. Streetlights flickering on one by one, cars passing at a distance, people moving through routines they've repeated hundreds of times. She had plans the next day, messages still open on her phone, conversations that ended normally. Nothing about her behavior suggested anything was wrong. No sudden change, no sign of stress, no indication that this night would be different from any other. She left her home the way she always did, stepping outside, closing the door behind her, walking into a street she knew well, a place that felt safe. And for a while, everything was exactly as it should be. She walked at a normal pace, not looking over her shoulder, not distracted, not aware of anything unusual, just moving forward. But somewhere along that path, something changed. At first, no one realized she was missing. Hours passed, then the night ended. Morning came, and still, nothing. No messages, no response, no sign of where she had gone. At first, it was easy to explain away. Maybe she stayed somewhere else. Maybe plans changed. Maybe she just needed time. But as the hours turned into a full day, and that explanation started to fall apart. Calls went unanswered, messages stayed unread, and the silence started to feel wrong. By the second day, concern turned into urgency. A missing person report was filed, and suddenly, what had been a normal night became the beginning of an investigation. Police started with the basics: who she spoke to, where she planned to go, what her routine looked like. Friends were contacted. Family retraced every possible step, but nothing stood out. No argument, no warning, no reason for her to disappear willingly, which meant something interrupted her. Somewhere between leaving home and reaching her destination, something happened. Investigators began building a timeline, minute by minute, trying to reconstruct a path that suddenly ended. And that's when they found it. A security camera, mounted on a nearby building. Not positioned to capture everything, but just enough. At first glance, it didn't seem important. Just another angle, another piece of background footage. But when they slowed it down, they saw her, walking, exactly as expected. Calm, unaware, nothing unusual, until something else entered the frame. A vehicle, moving slowly, not speeding, not stopping, just there. At first, it didn't seem connected, just another car on the street. But something about it felt off. The timing, the distance, the way it stayed behind her, without passing. Investigators replayed the footage, again and again, each time noticing something slightly different. The car wasn't just moving, it was matching her pace, keeping a distance that didn't draw attention, but didn't feel accidental either. And then the footage ends. No confrontation, no visible struggle, no moment where everything clearly changes. Just a girl walking, a car behind her, and then nothing. That's what made it so unsettling. There was no clear crime, no obvious point where something went wrong, just a sequence of moments that didn't quite fit together. Investigators focused on the vehicle, enhancing the footage, trying to identify details, but it wasn't enough. No clear plate, no defining marks, just a shape, a presence, something that could mean everything or nothing at all. At first, they considered coincidence, just a car on the same road, wrong place, wrong time, but then something else surfaced. Another camera, different location, captured not long after the first. And there it was again, the same vehicle, moving slowly, almost searching. that's when the theory shifted. This wasn't random. This wasn't just a passing moment. This was intentional. But even then, there were no answers. No confirmed identity. No clear suspect. Just a pattern. A presence that appeared and then disappeared. Days turned into weeks. Search efforts expanded. Volunteers, posters, interviews. The case gaining attention. But still, no trace of her. No confirmed sightings. No physical evidence that pointed in any direction. And that's what made it worse. Because in most cases, there's something. A mistake. A clue. A moment where everything becomes clear. But here, there was nothing. Just footage and questions. Investigators began exploring possibilities. One theory suggested she was targeted. Someone who knew her routine. Someone who had seen her before. Someone who knew exactly when she would be alone. The slow movement of the car, the distance, the timing, all of it suggested patience, planning, not impulse. Another possibility was opportunity, a moment taken, a decision made quickly. But that doesn't explain the behavior. The car didn't act rushed, it didn't hesitate, it followed, carefully, deliberately, as if it had done this before. And then there's the third possibility, the one people don't like to consider, that whoever was behind it never intended to be seen. That the footage wasn't a mistake, but something unavoidable, a brief moment that slipped through, because everything else was controlled. And if that's true, then whoever did this didn't just disappear her. They disappeared themselves. No trace, no identity, no mistake. And that's what makes this case so difficult. Because there's no clear ending, no resolution, just a beginning, and a gap that was never filled. A girl leaves her home, a car appears behind her, and somewhere between those two moments, everything changes. No sound, no warning, no clear explanation, just absence. And a few seconds of footage that still don't make sense. So the question remains, was that vehicle just passing by, or was it waiting for her all along? If you're drawn to mysteries like this, subscribe to Forgotten Evidence, Buried Truths. Because some stories don't end, they just wait to be understood.